Before I introduce my next video, I've got some exciting news. Tomorrow morning, I'm about to embark on another wild journey beyond expeditions. This time it's called Beyond Lockdown. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing one exciting adventure in every single province in South Africa. 9 provinces, 9 amazing adventures. And the whole idea is to get the guys to realize that it's okay to get out and go and travel within your provinces. It's safe, it's healthy to climb a mountain, it's good for your immune system. But before we do that, this is the second episode of Beyond the Desert Edge. And from the day one, what we do is we cycle from the Cunene River on the border of Angola deep into the Namib Desert. And we meet up with some amazing Himba people, exciting riding, exceptional views. My name is Peter van Kets. Welcome back to my channel. After months of planning and preparation and the great trip up to the Cunene River and all the driving that we'd done in the 2 days that we had spent at the Serra Cafema camp, it's now time. Reality has set in. We've been absolutely spoiled by the Wilderness Safaris camp. Staff, food has been amazing, everything is amazing, but now we have to start our big journey. And Jacques and I got up quite early on the first day. This is the 4th of September, and we prepared our final things, put everything that we needed to organize on our fat bikes, and we headed out for the start of this great expedition. Getting out of Serra Cafema and out of the Cunene River, we had to pass through a massive mountain range. So although we were expecting a lot of sand, the initial bit was very rocky. But once we got over that first little mountain range, we hit a lot of sand. And things changed dramatically for us. You know, I've always pictured cycling with a fat bike over sand dunes to be a lot easier than it was, but it turned out to be extremely difficult. The Coexist is filled with the Himba people, and the Himba people are absolutely amazing. You cannot believe that people would live in such a desolate place and still be so happy. We came across the village quite quickly once we started getting out of the Cunene River, and they were just really beautiful, very welcoming, and we had a fantastic time with them. It was very short-lived though, because we still had a long way to go on that first day. A lot of sand and very duney, so we spent quite a bit of time on our feet to get to the top of some of those massive sand dunes. Although they don't look exactly like sand dunes, it still took a lot of effort. And then we had lunch at a rocky outcrop just above, probably at about 650 meters above the Serra Cafema camp. It was a welcome break because my butt was feeling a little bit sore. I wasn't used to the fat bike and the fat bike seat, and so I was quite anxious after lunch to get going again. So Jacques and I headed out, and once we had finished lunch, we got out onto this massive plateau. It did flatten quite a bit, but it still remained extremely sandy and hard work. And you must remember, at this time of the year and at that part of the desert and the Skeleton Coast, we have a traditional southwest wind blowing. It took us 11 hours to do that first section of the trip, and getting into camp was a great relief. Managed to rest a bit, but day 2 came quickly, and as we headed out, one of the first things that we came across was a statue of a man sitting against a tree, and it looks so real. And we found out that these men are called the lone men of the Coexist, and evidently these men are placed by an artist, which we don't know who it is, and there are an untold amount of these lone men out there. And the number that we came across there was number 19, so we're stoked to see it. It was amazing. But putting that aside, we had to get going again. And we were now absolutely on the edge of the skeleton coast, which is where we wanted to be. And the views that we had and the cycling that we had got a lot better. We managed to change our bikes from the fat bikes to the normal mountain bikes with slightly bigger tires, and we had some fantastic cycling. Our backup is a vital part of this journey once again, with our Isuzus and the Dunlop Grand Trek Series tires, and they've been holding out magnificently for us. You know, water is a scarce commodity in this part of the world, so to not have backup would be extremely difficult. So lunch for us meant energy, and we ate a lot of food in the first few days. So day 2 is done. We are super chuffed with the last few days. My butt is starting to feel a little bit better, adapting to the bike that I know much more than my big fat bike. So here's for another 12 days of cycling before we get to orchestra. Join me next week for episode 3 as we get deeper and further south in Namibia on our mountain bikes. It becomes extremely interesting, super dry, super hot. We get down to the coast as well, and we see some brown hyena, some desert elephants, some desert lion. So exciting stuff coming up. Stay tuned to my channel. If you like this, please subscribe and like and make a comment. Send me a message. I'd love to hear from you. Until next week.